After successfully crossing from the Gold Coast to Ile Uere, New Caledonia, it was time to celebrate our first ocean crossing. Boats that had been cleared by biosecurity were permitted to visit the resort on Ile Uere. In the morning, the captains of the boats that had arrived travelled across to the mainland into Noumea to officially clear into the country. Once we had visited immigration, we were officially in New Caledonia. After clearing in, Neil and myself had a quick dive before he had to fly home. We did not have internet, and being unable to research any potential dive sites, we just chose what we thought looked like a good drop-off. It wasn't very interesting, however we did see a couple of turtles and a huge stingray that we could not figure out what it was doing. Once we were all cleared into New Caledonia, we caught the ferry into Noumea to do some shopping. We visited the nearby markets and a supermarket, trying to get our heads around what things cost in Pacific francs. The arrival dinner was nearing, and it had a nautical theme. Emma and Robert decided that we would all go as jellyfish and spent several days creating a costume from some cheap oversized t-shirts they had bought. All the effort was rewarded as we won the best dressed crew on the night. A few days later, we headed into Port Moselle marina to get a few repairs done. We repaired our spreader light and fixed a few leaks. It is unbelievable how much water can get in through a tiny invisible hole. We had our hatches removed and resealed and had some fiberglass repairs done. As our boat is still quite new and under warranty, the Seawind factory helped us out with organising these issues. We would like to thank them and their general manager Mike for getting this done promptly and dealing with foreign tradesmen in a foreign country. Their assistance was awesome and gave us great confidence in the boat and especially the company. What a relief! After 3 days of repairs, we were free to leave. I had seen enough of the marina, and as it was my 50th birthday, I was glad to celebrate in the lovely bay at Ile Uere.
That's definitely not going too far. Happy birthday, darling.
Big one.
And we got schnitzel and chips. How come I got the dodgy sweet corn again?
In the morning, we sailed south heading for Baie Ue. At the head of the bay, there is a river which we headed up. There was a waterfall we could see, but it was too far and remote to access. We hadn't noticed at this stage the red soil that was staining everything. This area is a mining area and rich in heavy metals and known for its nickel mining. We looked for an access to another waterfall we can see in the mountains. There were no trails to follow, we just walked up the creek bed.
Hey, just walk that way. Let go of each other. You pull each other in you. Darling. Got that? The video was running. Just walk that way.
Those guys are up there.
That first big one, that's it. We're not going up the big one.
Yep. Yeah, trying to wash my feet, which were brown, very brown, or orange. I'm not sure. Same colour as Robert's nose.
The red staining was in the tender and on our decks from our feet, but also on the main boat hull and the anchor bridle from the water. It took a lot of effort to reduce it as best we could. Our feet were especially stained orange from the walk.
There's always a boy.
He dragged his ass on the rocks.
He never grows up.
The following morning we headed to Ile Uere in Prony Bay. There were strong winds forecast, and Prony Bay is a very protected area, good for all wind directions.
Good video of us playing
Risk.
computer games.
Don't you hurt my horsey.
Robert's birthday. We don't have a horse anymore.
You need 11 for a horsey. I'm down to 10.
Around because she's
What's
only
your
got
ass
knickers
like?
on.
Turn around.
Is my ass alright?
Your ass is lovely, darling.
Thank you.
Who hasn't made